everybody. My name is MPractical. You guys know me as the guide making guy, Mr. Giveaway, laid back chill. Yeah. So I'm not going to be energetic for this video. I'm not going to be as up here high like you guys are used to. I want to have a serious talk about this update. And I want to make sure my community and those in other communities know where I stand when it comes to this. I don't want there to be confusion. I want it to be put on record. And I want to make sure you guys know that I don't agree with this update. Let's talk about it. In case they change everything here, let's just start. Where am I seeing this from? Well, this is an update from the test servers in Sonic Speed Simulator. That's right, there's two separate servers. The main server where everyone plays the game, and then a test server that's only up for about 24 hours for folks. Well, not even 24, roughly around 12 hours or so, for folks to try out an event before it drops the following day. So test server goes up on Friday and comes down Saturday when the new update drops. So we got a preview for the golden eggs event. I already dropped the leak that, hey, I suspect these golden eggs, some kind of event, some way to earn it. You guys already saw that Thursday video. There's the thumbnail. But to see what the event was really about just shows how far GameFam is willing to test the waters. Let's take a good look at it. So let's take a good look at this event. Right here on the right side, you got yourself your free daily eggs. These are earned through steps. Once you reach your step marker, you can claim your eggs and then they reset. So you can only claim apparently 2 eggs daily. We don't know the actual amount because they love to tweak it in test servers to make it more easy so they can get feedback. But as many of you know, the feedback is not well received for this kind of update. We go over here. This is how the free is supposed to look. You get a 59% chance for 200 red star rings. Okay, so this is the most common one that many will get as a reward. Now, we don't even have a percent chance for the gold style Knuckles or the gold style Rouge, which I'm gonna assume because it's free, it's barely any chance at all. Now, the reason why I say that is because when you go to premium, it's a 22.5% chance for red star rings. Okay, a lot lower than this one. But then it's a 9.1 and then a 0.9% chance. So these actually have a chance of getting it. But when we compare the two side by side, and you know what, I'll put it on screen to make it easier for you guys to see the comparison of the two. But as you guys can see, something's not adding up. We get an actual chance and a higher chance being shown with the premium version, but with the free version, we actually get a much lower chance. In fact, so low that they're not even displaying the chance that we can get for Rouge and Knuckles because that's how low it is. Pretty sure they don't even have a number at the moment. And this is me making the assumption, but again, this is the assumption from what is shown. Now, you guys already know me in the past. I will make videos gladly calling out GameFam for what they do. I don't have a problem calling them out. I mean, look at my ESP Silver event. I made a video calling them out exactly the day after to let them know how I felt about that event. And many of you agreed with that video. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend what they're doing isn't considered a predatory practice. I mean, nowadays, the gaming market is full of games that actually try to be predatory, especially to younger audiences. We're talking younger fans for a game being scammed out of their wallets or hard-earned allowance, okay? Because a lot of people who play these games are in their 20s that I know, some 30s that I know, that have been long mainstay Sonic fans. But we also have kids playing these games. And this has become something that we can expect out of Fortnite. This is something we can expect out of pets. This is something we can expect out of a mobile game that only charges premium to get somewhere. Now, no, Roblox is mobile, but throughout the entire history of Sonic Speed Simulator, there has never been anything like this. We have never had limited skins. Yes, you heard me right, limited skins. If you look above me right now, what makes this worse is that there's only 250 for the Gold Style Knuckles remaining, and then 2,500 remaining for Gold Style Rouge. That makes the situation a whole lot worse. They want you all to feel desperate enough of missing out. They want you to catch the FOMO in order to pay for these skins the most, because there is no buy option. We have our buy options right over here, character sale. We always had our buy options. They've always been here. But we even had our buy options for events in the past. That's right. You guys remember in the events, we can buy out the whole event, sometimes for $15 or $10. No, this right here, this is insane. This is the equivalent of $20 or close to $20, and for a small chance to get it. So you'll be spending a lot more money for a skin with a slab of gold on it. Not only that, shortly after this event came out, on screen you're going to see MPractical decided to put out a message for everyone in the community. And I'll read it exactly as he posted it for you guys to see it. During this run of the initial Golden Egg event, there is a limited amount of skins that can be obtained from it. However, in the future, 30 plus days, again, not an exact time frame because it could be 3 or 4 months down the line, these skins will be re-released in a future event with another opportunity for players to get them. This event will have a larger distribution of the item as well. Here's the thing, MPractical. If your plan was to distribute these in a larger event much later on, then why go through with this initial run in the first place? That response tells me, 1, they saw the fans' initial reaction. 2, that did not go well for them. So they decided to backpedal. They wanted to retract. They wanted to soften the blow that they're receiving from their fandom about such a terrible update. Now I get it. You guys running a company, you want things to, go well. You want players to engage in the game more. You want them to stay in the game more. But Sonic Speed Sim isn't what it was in the peak. In fact, it's dropping in player counts, usually because of stale updates. Now, I've heard from all sides. I'm not going to disagree with anybody. But I will say this though, MPractical, you messed up. If this was your idea to keep players in the game, all you did was kill the player count even more. In fact, you've turned away a lot of players just for allowing this to be put in. 1, that statement, all it does is show people that you don't care about the player base. You tried to hide the fact that you were planning to let this release as is. Whether you say it or not in another statement does not matter. The fact is, you put out the statement and it completely went in an opposite direction from what initially was presented. Again, you guys know I'm not afraid of calling out. What's worse is I decided to take a step back. I decided to step back and take a look and see what are other YouTubers saying. How are other folks feeling about this? Their responses, mostly in live streams. They're either silent in their Discord servers or they just not active at all. Here's the thing, you don't need a full 24 hours to make a response. You don't. We've all seen how these updates go. We saw it with ESP Silver. They roll out the test, then they'll update the next day. But this, waiting for the next day for the update to go live, is giving them the opportunity to present a lot of players, yes, a lot of players who don't participate in test server, a different view, a different frame of events. Because at the end of the day, it's just controlling the narrative. And I'm going to put it out. Here's a narrative. They tried something predatory. Nobody liked it. A lot of people are boycotting it. And then tomorrow they change it up and make this very free to play accessible all of a sudden. Left a bad taste in a lot of players' mouths. This just shows us that you're willing to test the waters and test players' patience on something like this. And I don't agree with it. I don't. In fact, it's terrible that you care about your fan base, want input and feedback, want everyone to enjoy Sonic as long as it has a price tag on it. Again, on my other YouTubers, put out a better statement. Don't hide and wait for a response. Don't stay quiet. Make a video, post it, stand behind your community, stand behind your fans, let them know that you support how they feel. Because this isn't just a 1-2 or a minority, this is a majority feeling. And just staying radio silence isn't supporting. In fact, it's just more supporting of Game Fam than it is of your own community. I'm not staying silent. Here's my exact post I did as soon as I discovered this update. And here is my video on how I feel about it. I'm not happy one bit. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm happy about it. So, I think I've rambled on long enough. You guys can decide how do you feel about this update, that's for sure. But I'm not happy about it. And I feel like my free-to-play community is being fleeced. A lot of you know I do guides for both free-to-play and pay-to-win players. And there's no way for me to advise my free-to-play community, and I'm not going to lie to them and say they have a chance of winning this. I'm not going to make a guide. I'm not going to do an update for tomorrow's video. I'm not going to do anything at all. That's my response to you, Game Fam. You're not going to get a video out of me for a weekly update. I'll just stay in touch with my community, check how everybody's doing, and continue my projects as is. But I'm not going to cover your event tomorrow. Peace.